Hey, somebody was salivating, not in Kenya here, but all the way in Zambia. Purity, why was somebody salivating? This was an award. And he said it like 3-4 times. I'm salivating, I'm salivating, I'm salivating. Hey, Ufisi in Zambia.
No.
What was happening?
I think it's because I had represented Kenya well.
No.
Was Kenyan.
Yes.
You know? And I think I also represented Africa well with my African look.
Yes.
So that's why, you know, Africans, we make people salivate, right?
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did it feel? First of all, your name is called on an international platform, kilometers away from home, miles away from home. How did it feel?
Honestly, you see, I was actually lost of words.
Yes.
Because first I couldn't believe it was me.
Right.
You know, there's so many media personalities, not even in Africa, even in Kenya. So for me, when I was nominated, I think I was okay with that, the nomination and the fact that I love to travel.
Yes.
The fact that I was going to Zambia, it was enough for me.
Yeah.
But then I didn't know that I would actually get an award, like emerge the best. I even asked them after the meeting, what did you look at? Like, why did you pick on me? Because sometimes you feel some things are so huge for you.
Yes.
So it was a humbling moment. I actually was so emotional. I didn't have a lot of words to say. I remember I went back to my room and I was crying and I was like, is it really mine? Yeah, I was overwhelmed. Is it really mine? And the way they were celebrating and saying, you know, everyone coming saying hi to you, people love you. Actually, they were saying people love you in Kenya.
Right.
They love you so much.
Okay.
So I got to understand that indeed Kenyans love me so much.
Yes.
And that's humbling.
And people are watching.
Yes, and people are watching. Doesn't matter where you are, but people are watching and are able to identify
It's not just a single award. We have got 2 trophies here.
Yes.
2 of them. One Lifetime Achievement Award TV Personality, and the other one is, maybe you can just read it for me?
Best TV Personality in Africa.
Best TV Personality. What does these 2 trophies mean to you, Purity, and Kenya in general? Explain to us.
Yes. You know, this award, in the list of the awards, this award was, let's say this was the very last award to be given to people. So for me, I was just there celebrating people, and of course I had made some friends.
Yes.
So the ones that were winning, I was celebrating them. And so these awards were coming past midnight, you know, for TV personality. And of course, I had been nominated in 2 categories, Best TV Personality in Africa and Best Female Dressed Personality in Africa. So the female dressed went to a media personality from Tanzania. But now when I got this, I forgot about, I knew, okay, I got 1, it's okay. But then for the Lifetime, they just stood and said that now they have been checking what each person does in their fields, and from their achievement, they want to award them. That's why it's called Life Achievement Award. So from what you've done, so they're like, it's not about how long you've been in your industry, but it's about how much you've done. Yes. Right. So that is what this Lifetime Achievement Award
Did you ever imagine you're going to, my goodness, that you're going to come back home with 2 trophies?
Let me tell you, you know, when you're growing up, you usually have your goals.
Yes.
So I used to say I'm working hard to win, let's say, local awards, and then maybe later in life, I may be getting these international awards. But look at this, it's beginning top, bottom.
Yes. Far away from home.
Yes, far away from home. Like, it's African first.
Yes.
And you see, for me, it was another humbling moment, because even, remember, I won a presidential award in 2019. So it was another humbling moment for me, because there's so many media personalities in Kenya who've retired. They have never received such recognition. And so for me, receiving the highest recognition in the land before even receiving any local recognition was some humbling moment. And so for me, it's like, let's say it's God's favor, because there are people who came and they didn't even get any award. And I came back with 2. What
do you make of these awards?
You know what? When I look at these awards every morning, when I wake up, I say that there's hope, that hard work pays. You know, like for me, what I can describe these awards, I can say that one, hard work pays, and just put on the hard work and don't even look at what is happening around you, because challenges come.
Yes.
There are so many challenges in whatever we do. Nothing comes so easy. But as long as you put on the hard work, it doesn't matter. Because there are people who say, Victor, that I'm waiting to be here so that I work hard. I make a difference.
Right.
But make a difference where you are. Because people don't look at the institution. They look at who Victor is and what Victor is doing. So hard work pays.
Purity, what is the secret? What is the secret? Why? How did you just beat all these people? What was the secret? Tell us. What was the secret? Because somebody was salivating the other side. I don't know. Okay.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
But again, the secret is loving what you do.
Absolutely.
I haven't heard of a person maybe being recognized because we get recognition from exemplary work that we are doing, and we can only do exemplary work when we love what we do.
Yeah.
When you love what you do, you will not have to wait for your boss to to tell you, hey, wake up, come to work, or you'll not have to come to work at 9 because you're supposed to come to work at 9. You find yourself coming to work at 5 a.m. in the morning when reporting time is 9 a.m. because you have something you're working on.
And this applies to all professions across.
All professionals across. So if you love what you do, actually these recognitions, they're just here to give us more morale, but not to make us do what we're supposed to do. So when we are doing, for me, when I'm doing my job as a journalist, I don't look at the awards. I look at what is my mission in life. What is the objectives? What are the things the values that I hold? And that's why you just focus on what you want, and when you don't love your job or when you don't know what actually you want to do, you realize that you get swayed a lot. Tomorrow you're seeing this and you're saying, okay, let me run with this opportunity, and you tend to choose what you want to do from what people have achieved. For example, you can look at where you're coming from and say, we have a successful lawyer, let me be a lawyer. But from where I come from, there's no, I think I'm the pioneer journalist.
Did it just appear to you by the, you sit here, do your job and go home? You did. I'm so sure you never had it any wildest dream that you're going to win this award. First of all, what does it send to people out there, whether you're a young girl coming up, a young boy coming up, and you have a dream in your career? It doesn't matter which career. Yes. Let
me speak to young people. What I can say is that there are so many confusions out here that you have to have, let's say, a godfather, you have to know people, you have connections, but I didn't know anybody in Zambia, or let's say in Africa, because the people who were doing the nominations were from the African continent. Like Africa was represented. So what I can say is that there's an opportunity for those who put in the good work, and for those who believe in themselves, because you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, there are people who will come and say she doesn't read news well, she doesn't look good on air, she doesn't do this and this. If those things determine who you will become, you will never become anybody. But if you just block your ears and put on the hard work, you will rise.
This gives a lot of pressure right now. From now henceforth, you have a lot of pressure. How are you going to handle it? Because so many people, actually, Africa is watching as we speak. We gave her 2 awards, so we are going to watch how she's going to perform. A lot of pressure on you right now.
There is pressure, but for me, I'm not under pressure.
There is pressure, but you're not under pressure?
Yes.
Okay.
You know why? I have my own goals, long term and short term. And the reason as to why I won these awards, I was working towards my goals. So the fact that I have the awards, it means that my goals are right and I'm headed in the right direction. So I'm not changing my direction. Because when I'm working on my goal, it can only get better. I have better goals, better things that I'm working on. So I believe whatever I'm working on, and of course it's towards support to humanity. And our job as a journalist, of course, what we do is to make a difference out here and to impact lives out here. So I'll not change who I am. These awards will not change who I am and what I do. This
is just about a disclaimer to people watching. The hardest thing for any journalist to do is to interview his fellow journalist, or her fellow journalist. It's the hardest thing, because I don't know whether I'm framing the correct questions and how she's synthesizing the question, but this is it. We have got awards. You left Kenya all the way to Zambia. How are you received? How are things down there in Zambia and coming back home? How are your families now trying to absorb all this?
Oh, wow.
Before you talk about your workmates and the bosses around.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what? Sometimes you look at yourself ordinarily, but there are people who respect you out there. There are people who actually, you know, like they just perceive you in some high esteem. So because when I arrived in Zambia, they were so excited. This is Purity Museo from Kenya. We watch, yeah. They watch Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, and they were even able to mention a few programs that we have.
That's encouraging.
Good Morning Kenya.
Good Morning Kenya.
Family Matters.
Did they talk about Jane and Ray? Or perhaps Victor? Okay.
Good Morning Kenya team.
Okay, all right.
You know, they watch, and not just Kenya. You know, social media has brought a lot of diversity, and people can stream live and see what is going on. And so, and you know, KBC is a national broadcaster.
Yes.
So anyone outside the country will first look at what is happening at a national broadcaster. So I was just like, received so well, taken to a very good place to sleep, and everything done for you, you know.
Professional.
And they say prophet is accepted better in another place.
Exactly, not at home. Not at home.
But even here, I'm accepted.
Yeah, we accept you. We accept you. Congratulations, we accept you.
Thank you so much.
The question is, the mainstream media, this sends a very strong message to the mainstream media.
Yeah.
We have got the advent of social media, because even before we ran the story on air, already the social media was a buzz.
Yeah.
So this sends a clear message that the mainstream media is still active and alive in Africa.
Yes. You know what?
Yes.
There are some things that you cannot get on the social media.
Absolutely.
Even today, let's say some news breaking on this, some breaking news, and then it's all over in the social media. Trust me, even you'll go back and see, okay, what is KBC saying about this? Has KBC confirmed this?
Yeah.
We've had so many instances, and again, there's still an opportunity for journalists to be objective and not to, you know, not to follow the pressure that is out here. Like, for example, you know, in the social media, people tend to be not to be so objective. They are a bit subjective. So it's upon us as journalists to try and make these stories objective, be more independent, and I believe that social media is not going to replace the mainstream media, not anytime soon.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How many contestants were you in each category? For example, Lifetime Achievement Award, TV Personality. So
this one was picked by the judges, the Lifetime Achievement Award. It was, they were just checking on from the nominees, who has done what and what impact it has had in the society. But you know, it's Africa.
Best TV personality in Africa.
It's Africa. Like, how many...
In Africa, not in
Africa.
In Africa,
yeah.
That's huge.
How many TV stations? Okay, how many media personalities do we have in Kenya?
Start with me.
So many.
Start with me, yes.
Yes, so many. So how many do we have in East Africa now? And now look at Africa.
Let's start with Jane, Ray, you. We have 5 already.
Yes.
It's a lot.
So when you look at Africa, there are thousands of people. But the first nominations, they narrowed down from thousands, of course.
Yes.
They narrowed down to 5.
Okay.
Yes. So
it was quite competitive.
It was quite competitive from all African countries, all of them, the ones that you know.
When you heard your name, first of all, what ran through?
I was shaking.
What ran through your mind? And you know, the entire Africa was watching.
I was shaking. I was seated with a Zambian lady, and she told me, "But that's your name." We had interacted for a day, and I was like, and you see, they called my name more than once.
Yes.
You know, because I was just seated there, but I was shaking, and then I looked. Is there anyone else standing up? Is there other Purity Museo?
You forget about your name, like.
Yeah. So I was so shaking. I went and I'm like, yeah, this is your award, you know, best TV. And they were like, best TV personality in Africa. So I was...
At that point, what just clicked in your brain? Best TV personality.
The first thing that came to my mind was where I'm coming from, you know, like my humble background, where I'm coming from. You know, when we were in school, we used to be told, unless you've gone to a school in an urban place, then any career that involves languages, forget.
You can't make it.
Forget. But then I was so determined. I said, I want to be I wanted to be a news anchor since I was a little girl. And of course, your family sometimes will discourage you, because not because they don't love you, but they can't see any opportunity for you. When they have a look at who is on that screen, they're like, no.
And you, then they start comparing.
Yes. They're like, no, listen, this, and they make sense. You know, this person went to this university, private university. You are here, this academy. You are in a school that when I tell you the name, you will not remember the next second.
You have to Google. You will have to Google.
I'm not sure it's anywhere in the Google.
When Okipodi, for example, Wathonger.
Musavani.
Yes.
Musavani Primary School.
Okay.
So I looked at my background and I said, you know what? I think there's hope for everybody. As long as the difference, there's no difference. The challenges that people in urban or children in urban areas face are unique, and the ones that in rural places face are unique. But the difference is, how do you deal with them? Like, for example, for me, I knew, of course, in our school, we used to be taught in the mother tongue, okay? So I knew I got a lot of work to do. That means reading novels, listening to how others are reading. And of course, even when I was beginning my career, I was not so good with pronunciation and all that. But you ought to work on your challenges, not allow them, you know, people, have you met people who say that I wanted to be this, but because of this,
I did not.
There should be no reason.
They end up regretting why. Because
so then there are so many people are not happy with their career or where they are, you know, or you know, and you know, journalism. I'm sure you know that journalism. It's a calling, because I'm sure you volunteered at some point in your life.
So many times. So many times.
Exactly. So you clear university, and now you're volunteering, and your family does not even understand why you're doing this. Or you begin at 10,000 Kenya shillings, and they're like, we invested our money on you to come and earn 10,000 shillings. You cannot even pay for your rent and fare at the same time.
Perhaps they don't even understand.
Exactly.
It's the passion.
Yes, it's the passion. But where I am, I think I'm proud. I'm very proud, and it's to every village girl and boy that don't look at where you are and think, my environment limits me. No, you're the one who limits yourself. Just look at what you want to become and work on the challenges you feel you have to becoming what you want to become. There should be no reason, no excuse.
Purity, this is not huge for you, but this is huge for Kenya in general, because now the whole Africa is watching. Not just Kenya, but KBC. Does this confuse you more?
You know what? KBC is my family. This is where I spent most of the time. And if it was not for KBC, the opportunity, I wouldn't. Sometimes you may have idea, but if you do not have the support system, you'll not execute the ideas. So it's such a wonderful family that supports talents, creativity, and gives people a chance. Yes, because I'm sure when I joined KBC in 2018, I was not the same person. I was given time to make mistakes,
to grow,
and to grow.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So KBC has played a great role, greatest.
What are the bosses saying? Just ask it. What are the bosses saying? I hope they're watching this.
They're so happy. They're so proud. Actually, I didn't know it meant anything for KBC until I came back. And they were so proud you represented as well. I have some recommendation letter on the way. Okay. We'll have to do the content of the recommendation letter. Bosses, if you're watching, we have the best here. The best is all here. This is a situation where Africa is on the spotlight, and it's... do we have any chances of the same award being hosted in Kenya? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Because we're just hoping maybe the next year's awards will be celebrated here in Kenya, because we emerged the best, I believe. So Kenya is on the spotlight. Not everybody who won. The best TV personality came to Kenya and not another country. Kenya? Yes, and not any other country. The Lifetime Achievement Award TV personality was only given to one person from Kenya, not another country. So, and it's TV personality. You know, there were so many different awards for actresses, for, you know, every category. But this tells you that there's something they saw in the Kenyan media space. Talk about that. The Kenyan media space, or the media in Africa. You see,
media in Kenya, because Kenyans, we have KOT,
Yeah.
We have KOT. And they tend to run with the stories, even before us, mainstream media. But now the mainstream media in Kenya is quite active.
Let me tell you, and the Kenyans on Twitter have contributed to who we are today.
Absolutely.
Because you will, and I appreciate them,
Yeah.
you will do a story and they're so intelligent. If it has some error or shallow,
They will correct you.
They'll correct you there and then. And so because you don't want also your bosses to be seeing this is what people are saying about me, you work harder, you make it better, so that we always ensure, media in Kenya, journalists in Kenya, we always ensure as much as there's a story breaking on the internet, we always bring some unique angle from it.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So for example, the COVID-19 story that has been going on, if it's not, Kenyans are not tired of watching the TV and seeing what is happening, as much as they can just Google and see what is the World Health Organization saying, or go to the Ministry of Health website, but they want to understand what is the agenda being set by the journalists, because they understand and they appreciate talent. They appreciate talent, they appreciate they are able to recognize. And Victor, let me tell you, like for example, when you do a good story and your boss may tell you, oh, that was a nice story, and you'll find Kenyans on Twitter or on social media appreciating it
even more, right?
Yeah, they are so genuine, and that's what I think makes us what we are today. As a journalist, you go back to your desk and work on that story, knowing if it's shallow, there's already a Kenyan. You know, some Kenyans can even do a story.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You
just to feel the bulletin, as they say.
Yes.
Okay.
They can do a story. You saw the other time when the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, when they did the surgery, you know, you went to their account and they had done the story.
And that let us live with that thing for 21 good years.
Yes, they had done the story, what had happened, the 5 WH and W's and 1 H on Twitter, on their Twitter account. But that did not limit us. You know, what a journalist does now, you go to the home of this lady and interact with the family, and this is something that Kenyans want to see.
Purity, let's just accept the fact that Kenyan journalists are perhaps the best in Africa.
Yes.
And it's quite competitive.
It's quite competitive, but they are very critical.
Yeah.
You don't just say anything.
Does it come with the sense of freedom that we have? Because in terms of freedom, media freedom we have in Kenya, we have to say that we are enjoying that freedom.
We are, because you are able, even when it's a controversial issue and you may be approaching the leader or the minister in charge of that, they give you, they say something, and whatever they say, whether positive or negative or even declining, it's a story, and you will not be victimized for this. So I think media freedom in Kenya, like, it's also contributing to this, because a long time ago, of course, you know, the national broadcaster, we didn't have so much freedom, but right now we are free to tell any story as long as it's factual.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, what? Norma, this is it. We are coming to a close. This is where you usually sit.
Yeah.
Every time you're doing your job, hapa katikati. What do you expect now? What should we expect from you moving forward? Because it's going to be an annual event, and now the pressure is on you, and the pressure is on me as well as your colleague, perhaps just to do best and to be the next TV personality come next year.
Come next year.
Absolutely. What should we expect from you?
What you expect from me is who I am, what you've been seeing me doing.
Yes.
But of course, there are always, like I had said, Victor, there are always goals that we have and that we want to achieve, long term or short term.
Yeah.
So of course, these awards are refreshing, you know. So you feel refreshed and you're like, oh wow, so you expect, of course, they're making me a better person. Yeah. Working harder and doing more.
Yes.
Because you know what? Kenyans expect more from me, and Africa expects much from me. Okay. So what you expect from me is that, you know, for me, I'm not just a news reader, I also do stories and all that. So I just want to, I'm a positive person, and I believe Africa has a lot of positive things to talk about, not just negative things. That is like what we see being portrayed about Africa by the Western world. So for me, I just want to bring out the beauty of Africa, and you know, I'm a health journalist, to just help the voice to the voiceless in the community. So most of the time I talk about health issues and human interest issues, and if there's something good that has been done, then I always am there to recognize what good has been done. So what you expect from me, of course, more hard work, sleepless nights I've been having. Thank you.
We are coming to a close, but before that, you have got your moment of fame again. Talk to your people. They voted for you. Now you have got all the time to thank them. Of course, that is your camera.
You know, Victor, I asked them, where did you get my name from when they nominated me? And they told me Kenyans love you. You know, yeah, like first Kenyans love you, so they keep on talking about you. You know, when, for example, there was a time I think they had asked the awards organizers, they had asked for every country, who do you think is your best and everything. That was like last year before these awards, and they were telling me my name was really coming up really fast, and they had now to follow up, what is this lady, what has she been doing? So it's because of Kenyans that they were able to know purity. You know, you need to know people. I know Kenyans, right? Well, so
I should also know you then, if that is the case.
So first, like, I want to thank Kenyans for recognizing me and for appreciating what I do. You know, that's when they got to know about who purity is. And then the first time I remember, it was nominations, and Kenyans were voting. I remember even some social media people from Zambia, they were always sliding on the medium and they're like, are you the owner of Twitter? Because Kenyans were voting for me overwhelmingly. Someone just like spending the entire afternoon to vote for me. And you know,
that's encouraging.
Just the entire afternoon, because after nominations, now going to for the awards, it was voting as many times as possible. You vote for your candidate as many times, as much as we'll be looking at other things. The votes will also count. So Kenyans were voting for me, and they told me I had like so many votes. Like the next person who was number 2, I think they were saying like I had over like 20,000 more votes than the next person. So I want to thank Kenyans for their support. I want to thank you Kenyans for the votes. I want to thank the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. When I told them about this, they were encouraging me, because at first I did not believe in it. There are always those doubts, okay? So they were like, you deserve it, you deserve it, go for it. So it's from the encouragement from my colleagues here that got me out there and telling Kenyans, please vote for me, please vote for me. And of course my family, like they have given me humble time, space to be crazy, because they felt like this is all crazy. So thank you, Kenya. Thank you, Africa.
So much. Purity, we can talk about these awards from now until Gioni, but work has to be done. Of course, we're taking a very short commercial break, but before then, I'll give you a chance so that you can take us on a break. We'll be right back with Good Morning Kenya.
Oh, wow. And thank you so much for watching Good Morning Kenya this Monday morning. It's always a great pleasure having your company. I hope you are enjoying the show in the hands of Victor and Jane. And of course, we'll be seeing you at the other... I'll not be seeing you, but Victor, Jen and Regina will be back in a short while. Stay tuned for that.
Wow.